Alright, the case for this video is Quake Construction versus American Airlines. American Airlines needed someone to expand their facilities. Quake gets chosen for the process. A contract is laid out, but it is pending certain documents, and AA makes it clear that they can revoke the contract if the contract is not fully agreed to. Basically, there are going to be future details that will be negotiated, similar to the case in Keith v. Walker. The parties agree, and then AA ends up disclaiming the contract. Now, pretty much, the court comes down pretty hard. If parties agree to formalize a contract, then the informal contract is still enforceable unless the parties make it clear that they are allowed to withdraw before the formal contract is signed. A letter of intent requires that the parties intend for them to be bound to it, or bound by it. So there's a lot of different factors that can be used to determine the intent of the party, and they're listed. I'll go ahead and list them. If the agreement is generally a type that is written down, say a lease, you normally write that down, how detailed it is, right? If a quick letter of intent comes out and it's, we'll knock out 90% of these details later, but yeah, we're probably going to engage in business here. Or, if it's supposed to be something very detailed, like a construction contract, the amount of money, right? You're not going to be trading $1 billion in promise of word. You're just not going to do that. You'll be writing that down. If the agreement says that it needs a full written account, a full formal account, whether a written agreement was expected. If you're expecting a written agreement and you don't get one, then the letter of intent or the verbal promise or whatever is not binding because it's not expected to be. The extent of assurance is given by the party that's disclaiming. So if a party says, no, don't worry, you're definitely getting it, you're definitely getting the contract, you're definitely going to be the one to do it, over and over and over again, and then they try to disclaim it right at the end, that's worrying. And the AA did say the day that they disclaimed the contract, that Quake was actually going to get the contract, so that's not great. Reasons for abandonment are also important to analyze, and then the disclaiming party, or non-disclaiming party, their reliance on the contract. So if the non-disclaiming party did a lot of work, or prepped a lot, or really was hinging on this contract and their reliance on it was very heavy, and they did a lot of work and set themselves up to perform, that can make it more, it's a big factor as to proving that the parties intended to be bound by this contract. So the court found that the letter was ambiguous, and so a lower court was ordered to determine, as a trier of fact, whether or not the parties intended to be bound by the letter. So they basically said if the parties did not intend to be bound by the letter, then they're not bound by the letter. And if they did, then they are. So I don't actually know how that lower court ended up finding. I suppose I should probably go check Westlaw for that. All right. Well, y'all have a good one, and see y'all probably Thursday. I don't actually have any reading for tomorrow. We'll see. Have a good one. Subscribe, I guess. I think I'm supposed to say that. I'm a YouTuber now. Oh, true story. I'm just going to add this on the end. Someone who I assume is watching this video recognized me on the street yesterday, which is very funny because I have maybe 100 views total on this YouTube channel. So I just think that's really funny. It's just because they're at the same school as me and they're watching my videos because, we're covering the exact same cases, but I just think that was the funniest thing that'll ever happen. Anyway, so, hi, if you're watching, leave a comment down below. I remember your YouTube name is No Name, but I forgot your actual name, which is embarrassing because I, again, think you're probably watching this. Bye.